Hey guys, welcome back to Thistle Hill Farmstead. Today we're going to mount our Glahoden Retractable hose reel onto the side of our garage here. If you didn't catch the unboxing video, I'll put a link in the description below or a little card up here that will take you to that unboxing video, and where I talk about how I made the decision to buy this particular hose reel and why I did. But this video is all about getting it up on the wall. So let's do that. We got a little bit of a storm blowing up. I don't know if you can hear the wind in my microphone, but hopefully we'll get it on the wall before we get rained on. Okay, let's do it. All right, so here's where we're going to mount the Glahoden hose reel. We do have one of these little like hose holder things here. And you can see that, you know, we have the hose twisted in there quite a bit, and when you try to bring it out, it does tend to get tangled and it's hard to get out. So we're going to mount it here on the wall. We have a hose bib here and we have a hose bib over there, but I think we like it on the garage a little better. Maybe I can get it mounted before the storm rolls up. We're out here. You may hear some wind in the microphone. Charlie is hanging out here with me. What do you think, bud? Am I boring you? Yeah. Yep. And the chickens are out hanging out. So let's go ahead. I'll put you on the tripod and we'll get going with this. So we've decided to put the hose reel on the wall here right beside our hose bib. Obviously, we'll take this one out and discard it. We'll have this one hanging here, so that way we can pull it out, water all the plants we need to water. My wife has some plants around the front of the garage, so it'll be able to service those also. And then hopefully with a quick snap of the wrist, it'll retract the hose back in. No more fighting with the hose and trying to keep it untangled. So let's go ahead and get the mounting bracket on the wall first that will hold the unit. Here is the mounting bracket, and it goes on the wall just like this. It came with this hardware. So it came with, as I showed in the unboxing, this hardware, some anchors that go in the wall. But these are really very long. And my fear is that if I go too far, I may go into the water line. I'm not quite sure where that is on the other side of the wall. And that siding is the Hardy Plank cement board siding. So I'm going to have to drill some pilot holes anyway. So I think what I'll do instead of using these long screws is I've got these larger diameter screws. And I have plenty of room. As you can see, this hole is very big. So I'm going to take these screws and go through. And as you can see, it doesn't penetrate as far. However, I think that will be plenty of room into the wall. So that's going to leave us still almost an inch. Right at, let me see here, right at 7/8 of an inch or 3/4 of an inch of penetration into the wall. And I don't think that siding is any more than a 1/2 inch. So that should be plenty. So I'm going to use these 4 screws to anchor this thing in. And these are pretty aggressive threads here, so I think we'll be just fine with those. So I am discarding the hardware that came with it, and I'm going to use some of my own hardware here and see how that works out. I've already marked my spot on the wall that I want this to be. So right there is where I want it. So now I just need to mark these spots here, and I will drill my pilot holes and insert my fasteners. So what I'm going to do to mark my holes is just put one of my fasteners in and put it there on my mark. Just give it a little tap And I'm going to do the same thing here. Little tap. Okay. And same place all the way around. And that should make a mark where I need to drill my pilot holes. Okay. So here you can see my marks where I tapped those screws. That's giving me the places for my pilot holes to be. And I'm going to check the level of this because I went right up against this piece here, assuming that it's level, and it is indeed plumb straight up and down. So that's good. That means if when I put the bracket up, it's going to be plumb straight up and down. So let's drill our pilot holes and try our first fastener and see how that goes. I'm going to try this first one on the bottom, just in case it's too big or too small. It'll be kind of hidden. Yeah, so you can see how thin that is there. And there was something behind there. Let me see, make sure that's not the water line or anything that's coming behind there. All right, let's take a look and see what we think. I believe that is the sheathing back there, which is fine and even better. So if I go into the sheathing, that won't hurt a thing. Let's see how our screw is. Yep, that's nice and tight fit. So let me go ahead and drill a little deeper through that sheathing. Okay, yeah, and I can see the wood pieces, so I know that is the sheathing. All right, let me test that one out and just see how it holds before I drill all these others. This is a 14 millimeter head on this. I'm just going to get it started here. Okay, so that went in easy enough. Maybe a little too easy. I might have to go a little smaller on the hole. Let's see if it goes all the way through the bracket and into that sheathing. Let's see. Okay, let's see how that tightens up. Okay, so that is not working. So it's I was able just to twist that too much. So we need to go a little deeper. Let me try one of those inserts that came with it. I have one of the inserts that came with the kit, so I'm going to see if that will go in the hole I just drilled, and I believe it will. I might have to go just a bit larger. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go a bit larger, and then I may just use these since I've got to go through this and the sheathing on the other side. So I looked in the manual, and it calls for like a 0.47 drill bit, which is right at half. Let's see how that works. Don't want to go too big. Yeah, I think that will work nicely. Let me see if that will go through the sheathing on the inside. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that's going to work well. So I'll drill the other 3 holes, and we'll just use those inserts and use the longer screws. And we're going to have to take a break because it just started raining. All right. Let me go ahead and drill the rest of these. Okay, got those in. It's not raining so much right here under the edge of the house, but now the thing bothers me a bit. There we go. Just had to kind of knock those in, and I'll get the bolts and the other fasteners and we'll put in. Okay, so I've got the other fasteners, which were the longer ones, and these are a number 10 socket. So this is up on this side, so let's go ahead and get these going. And I may have to call it if the rain keeps coming down. Like I said, where I'm standing right here is not too bad because I'm a little bit covered by the garage. Okay, there's one. And I do have a driver, but I didn't want to use the driver on these because I don't want to risk stripping anything out. I guess I could have run them up to the edge and then use this ratchet to tighten them up, but it's not a big deal. Okay, and I should have one more somewhere. I have it in my pocket. Here it is. Nothing like working in the rain. Of course, it's been so hot here in Georgia recently. I am happy to see the rain and feel it cooling off a little bit. Okay. And I'm just kind of going by feel on these to see how tight they need to be. I'm not over tightening them because I don't want to pull those plastic things out. Okay, there we go. Bracket is up. Now we should be able to set the unit on there. Oops. Just like this. Get the pin through. And there we go. All right. We are on. Ta-da, and we are getting rained on. So I'm gonna stop right there. It does a good spin both ways. It does hit the hose here for now, but that we can correct. Well, it has stopped raining. So I'm able to get back at the project at hand, which is installing our Glahoden hose bib. And where we left off was starting to connect it up. And I couldn't get this unscrewed from the hose bib. So what I had to do off camera was I took a pair of pliers and held this and had to take a pipe wrench and break this loose. So it was really stuck on there, and I think again because this is some kind of aluminum and this is your brass, and I believe the galvanic action or two dissimilar metals or whatever the science is behind it caused it to get stuck together. So now all we have to do is connect to this one. I need to get one of the washers that came with the kit. So let me do that. So I've got one of the two washers that came with the kit, and we will put one on this end. Now this is quite a bit of hose here, so I'm not sure if and just stick that in there like that. I'm not sure if when I pull all the hose out, if this is connected, or if I'll be able to pull this up and kind of tuck this extra hose into the hose reel here. If it hangs out, it's not a huge issue, but I would like it to be a little bit shorter. All right, so that one's on there. Now we just need to put our sprayer on, and this one already has a washer in it, so I'm not quite sure why they sent two washers here. Don't need them because this one has a black washer in it. So I'm going to screw this on. Okay, let's turn it on and see if we have any leaks and kind of see how it works. Got my pair of pliers here. Okay, that should be good. Let's give her another shot. Ooh. Center. All right, so that's working pretty good. Angle, vertical, shower, rinse, cone, soaker, flat, mist. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Thumb operated. All right, so that's just about it. Let's try to pull some hose out and see what it does. This bad boy has 100 feet of hose, so I'm sure it will go further than what I have the camera set up, but let's see. Going by the camera. Oh man, we're going. Still going. I am all the way down at the fence there, and it still has some. So let me pull a little more. Like I said, I want to see if that excess that's hanging out of the bottom of the reel will take up or pull into the reel housing. So let's see how much further we have to go. It looks like it's pretty much, yeah, so that looks like that's pretty much done. So I'm sure that's attached in there somehow. Otherwise, how would it? Yeah, see, we have the red mark here. So it's basically saying don't pull it out any further than that. So let's see how it reels up. Give it a jerk and let it go. All right, didn't go all the way back in. Let's see. There we go. Went back in that time. So yeah, that worked pretty good. Okay, well that's it. That's the installation of the Glahoden retractable hose reel. So I hope that was helpful to you. I hope it kind of showed you how to do it and how simple it was to do it. And hopefully this will be a good hose reel for us. As I said, I will do a review a couple of months down the road, maybe a year, and let you know how it's performing. So as always, thanks for joining us here on Thistle Hill Farmstead. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. It helps the channel out a lot. So until next time, we'll see you here on Thistle Hill Farmstead.